Panel, are the blindfolds all in place?
Yes, they are.
Well, then let's meet our first contestant. Will you sign in, please? Are you familiar with our scoring system? Well, actually, it's very simple. Every time you can give the panel a legitimate no answer to a question they ask, we flip a card, 10 flips, and you win the game. And now, let's let everybody in the theater, except the panel and our friends who are at home as our guests tonight, know exactly what your line is. Panel, I can tell you that our guest who has required that you put on blindfolds has an area of identification which might lead to an area of understanding in either one of you or all four of you that would unmask the guest's occupation, so we've asked you to put your blindfolds on. I can tell you this, our guest is salaried, and let's begin the general questioning with Bennett Cerf.
Well, the laughter of the audience leads me to believe that I was wrong in my first surmise. I guess it's safe to say that you have not recently been parading up and down in Atlantic City. Is that correct?
Yes, it is true that our guest has not been parading up and down in Atlantic City.
Oh, I was hoping for Miss Colorado. Is it also true that you are not one of the mayors of the cities that are visiting New York at this time?
Yes, not one of the mayors.
Have you got on some kind of a strange makeup that makes people laugh when they see it?
That's no. 1 out of 9 to go, Miss Francis.
You must be a comedian. Are you? Are you male? That falsetto was... From that sound, you should be a little squirt. But I know you wouldn't give us a tip like that. Are you a performer? Have you performed in the theater?
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Young.
Would your professional appearances be more notably in nightclubs?
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Have you ever appeared on television? Would you say that your chief fame up to this point derived from television? But have you also played in a motion picture which has not been yet released in New York City?
Have you also played in a motion picture which has not yet been released in New York City?
Do you know any of us personally?
No, I must say, I think that would mislead you. I think we have every reason to believe that our guest would know you.
It's Ernie.
You know, actually, you're just about the worst guest I ever had on this show. We're not supposed to give away clues.
I wasn't giving away a clue.
You mean you rushed in and smoked that stogie right in her tit?
It was Dorothy's a friend of mine. I was slipping her a little hint. No, actually, John, I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to leave Saturday night, but I missed the
Beware. All
connection.
we've talked about so far is what a bad guest you are. Beware.
He's supposed to be away.
I was, yes, but I missed, missed my train.
Then you pick
but they
up.
told me to explain
You
backstage.
pick up where I leave off.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Last week, with great sorrow
Sounds like a soap opera.
and many moving moments, we announced that Ernie was going to leave us and go to Hollywood for 3 weeks because he had to make a picture or something. Right?
Or something.
Well, why didn't you go?
I missed, like the man told me backstage to explain why I'm here. I did. I missed the train. I was going to go by train and learn lines,
Yeah.
and the room was 5'9", and I'm 6'2", so I changed my mind, and this is why I'm going tomorrow night instead. And as long as I was in town, I was talking with Mark Goodson and the fellas, and they thought it might be interesting.
Ernie, I think you're the first Miss America I've ever seen with a mustache.
I hope it's your last, or you better lay off the stuff, Bennett.
No, we've had a lot of fun because we could work this tonight, but what did you have to go over and smoke that for?
I really had his voice
I think
before
she
that.
was getting to
Yeah.
a thing there when she said, do you know any of us personally? And I thought the jig was up, frankly. I really did.
And as long as I mentioned that Ernie was in a picture that hasn't been released in New York, which was the big clue for me, I'd like to say that it's Operation Mad Ball, and it's one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen in my entire life.
Too nice. Thank you.
It's true.
Now, don't blow any more
I'm glad I
cigar
blew
smoke.
smoke at her.
Well, it's a happy night for us. Actually, we were tickled to death to have Mr. Young with us from Hollywood.
I thought I'd been replaced.
And we thought we'd lost you to Hollywood. They thought we'd lost you to Hollywood, but I knew we hadn't. How'd you do Wednesday night? Don't say what I...
Oh, that.
Badly?
Well,
Well,
never
good
lost
night.
so much money in my life.
Be good. Have a good time in Hollywood. Now will our next contestant come in and sign in?